Hi everybody, I'm Harry, Level Up's resident pinball guy. We're here at Level Up Entertainment in Mays Landing, New Jersey in the Hamilton Mall. And we're here to talk about Deadpool. I also have Brian with me, you may know from the other pinball tutorials. I was looking around and there's really not many Deadpool tutorials out there for the newest code. This is 1.13, I think the code number is.
Yeah.
This is a Stern pinball machine. It came out in 2018. The designer is George Gomez, who designed games like Lord of the Rings and Monster Bash. The coding is by Tanyo Kleiss. This was his first lead programming game. He did a great job. It's a fun game. This is a non-traditional layout, which you'll see as we go around the playfield, and I really enjoy it. I also want to talk about the art by Zombie Yeti. I apologize about the glare, so you might not be able to see it all, but this is a very pretty pinball machine. I really enjoy Zombie Yeti's work. He's done Iron Maiden and Ghostbusters and Deadpool and the Primus pinball machine, and it looks really, really good. As you can see, it's based on the comic book version of Deadpool and not the movie version. That was like a big to-do when this machine first came out. They wanted Ryan Reynolds, screaming obscenities at them as the pinball players were playing. But I think this was the right way for Stern to go. It gave them much more creative freedom to kind of do what they wanted. Marvel just let them just go crazy, and I think the game is better as a result. So let's go around the playfield here. The first thing you'll notice on the left and right sides by the flippers are the dead and pool targets. Spelling dead on the left will light your battles, which are your main modes, and spelling pool will light your locks. Check your machine settings though. Default settings now under the new code will light the battles one time for each ball at the start of the ball, and the same with the locks. So by ball 3, you may be able to get all 3 of your locks, and you don't even have to worry about these targets as much as you used to. This is a Pro on the premium versions. These are actual drop targets. These are just stand-ups on the Pro, so they're not going to actually drop as the ball hits them. They also kind of, I notice when I'm playing, they'll sometimes give you letters even if you didn't hit that target. I don't know if that's a software setting or if it's like the neighborhood play, but like you can get the E if you hit like around this one side of the D. Maybe that's just my eyes, I don't know, but that's what I feel like.
They're pretty generous.
Yeah, they're not as drainy as you might think. And you can actually kind of shoot for them directly without like an instant side drain, which is nice. The left orbit, this is the Dazzler shot. You'll see Disco Dazzler. This will give you disco spins for disco multi-ball and also be lit for a main shot in the Saber-Tooth battle. The left ramp here is lit for shots, and it's also part of the Katana-Rama, which is sort of like Payback Time from Terminator 2. You collect a gem in the katana, I guess I call them gems, and you have to alternate between these two shots. You can't just stack all 3 on this side and then do 3 on this side. You got to do them together in the rows, the sequence that they are, and it starts this mini mode that we may see called Katana-Rama Time. Over here, there's a really unique shot. It's like this quick U-turn shot. It doesn't actually go back to the back of the playfield. It kind of does this quick U-turn. That's the Colossus shot, and it's also lit during certain modes. It'll bring the ball back, usually safely to the O, to this right in lane, but again, your mileage may vary depending on how your Deadpool is set up. Sometimes it will shoot and hit this target here, which is a Colossal Jackpot, but it depends on the leveling of your machine. This is the Hell House Scoop. That's where you start your battles, your quests, get your extra ball, it's your mystery, and also collect any weapons that you've banked, and we'll talk about that later, but that's a very important shot for this game. Then you have the center spinner, which is the Wolverine shot. To the left of that is the second part of what I call the S ramp, and we'll talk about that in a second, but this is your center spinner. 2 spinners in this Pro, which is pretty neat. You don't get spinners in Pros very much anymore, so it's nice to see. You have your pop bumper area and your lanes. Then here is the little Deadpool Mech. There's 3 drop targets in front of him. As you drop them, you shoot the ball and you can hit this target and make a little bobblehead Deadpool shake. To the right of that is what I'm calling the S ramp, and what that is it's a unique shot for this game that got a lot of attention when it first came out. People complained about it, but the ball basically hits this area and travels around to this left ramp and then goes around and completes into the katana, so it makes like an S. And it's an important shot for you to get down for the locking of the balls for the main multi-ball, the Ninja multi-ball. One of the nice things I like under the new code revision is if there's a shot that's required for a mode and it requires this S ramp, it doesn't actually have to complete the entire S. If you just go around to the back of little Deadpool and if the ball rattles around over here, it'll still give you credit for the mode, the weapon, and the gem in the Katana-rama.
Yeah, so because that shot's easily backhandable to go right around that beginning of the S, and then it falls down the center. Yeah. So if you need just one shot or something like that for that mode, you can easily get it that way. But getting it around that ramp really requires full force from the left flipper.
Yeah, it needs to be a nice, clean shot and go around. It's doable. And I think the amount of abuse that this playfield layout got for that S ramp is way overblown. I mean, even pretty much every Deadpool I've played, you can hit that shot semi-reliably. But again, it comes down to leveling. It comes down to how it's set up. If it's on a location somewhere, you want to make sure the operator has set it up nicely so that you can hit that S ramp pretty reliably. I think.
If anything, I'd give him more grief for the next shot, the right orbit.
The right orbit. This is your domino shot. It's also very important to start your chimichangas, which light your quests. We'll talk about that later. But this shot has a tendency to rattle around over here and drop the ball into the shooter lane and reshoot it, and then it won't give you credit for that right ramp. It has to actually hit the ramp, hit the right orbit, and go around. So. It tends to, I don't know, it gets hung up somewhere around here and then just drop. You know, I guess if there's one thing that I could change, it would be that right orbit shot. Mm-hmm. But then you have your in lanes, out lanes. That spells boom, which you can alternate with the flippers.
Why are you not playing?
Sorry, Deadpool. That's a good point. I should probably get started. You guys are probably tired of hearing me talk. Is there anything I left out, Brian, that you want to
the shink shot is probably the last major important shot.
So the snicked shot. It's Wolverine's claws when he comes out. That is a playfield multiplier that is really important to this game to getting big scores and blowing it up. It can go from 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, but you have to hit that shot repeatedly. And what that is you hit this target here, and it ricochets. The ball will ricochet up the rest of the S ramp, and it has to complete the rest of the S ramp for it to give you credit for that. It'll also give you your lock. But you'll get a 2x playfield if you haven't started anything, and then it goes up from there every time you hit that shot. You'll know that your playfields have been started, your multipliers have been started, if Deadpool's eyes are lit up. Not everybody knows that, and they'll blink faster as that multiplier is about to expire. So if you're about to complete a battle or you're in a multi-ball or something, you want to start that multiplier, playfield multiplier, and you can really blow this game up. Yeah, but it's not the easiest shot in the world to just call out and hit. It kind of happens by accident more often than not. So we'll try to get it going for you guys here. What we're going to do, I'm going to play a game, Brian's going to play a game. We're each going to try different things, and we'll talk you through it.
Like a play.
All right, so right off the bat, you have a few decisions you want to make. You have two different skill shots. As the game just explained, there's a super skill shot, which is shooting the ball. The ball will fire all the way around, and you can shoot it up the S ramp for 5 million points, or you can try to select your lane at the top, and the ball will hopefully go down the lane that you picked.
For 2.5 million.
For 2.5 million.
It's a much safer shot than the super skill. There's also a super secret skill shot where if you can hit the snicked shot.
Yeah.
But I've seen it once.
Yeah. Once, and it was by accident. And I just dropped it there. Once, and it was done by accident. So I'm going to show you guys a super skill shot here. That's holding in the left flipper button, plunging the ball all the way around, and I missed.
But you hit the chimichangas. So now all those shots are lit yellow. And once you collect enough of them, it lights your punch card, and then gives you the quest option of the Hell House for you to fight either T-Rex or Megalodon.
I also just qualified Dazzler, and what that means is she will now assist me in a battle if I need if it'll light that shot for extra damage to an enemy.
Yeah. They also have different special abilities. Dazzler gives you more time in all the modes. Wolverine gives you double damage to the villains. Colossus gives you double scoring, and then Domino rotates based on the villain. So as you can see, he's got Dazzler lit for more time.
Right, and I can pick between these three main modes. What I like to do first is Saber-Tooth. Saber-Tooth, you want to hit the spinners left the center shot or the right orbit shot will give you damage towards Saber-Tooth. And one of the neat things about Deadpool is, instead of other mode-based games where it's just a timer, it does like this 2D fighting thing. So hit that. That does damage to Saber-Tooth.
Also, the bumpers and in-lanes in this mode will also add a teeny bit of damage, but it's damage nonetheless.
Yeah. And usually you can defeat Saber-Tooth with, I would say, 2 good orbit shots and top bumper action.
And sometimes it takes a third.
Alright.
Well, there's that snick shot.
There's a snick shot by accident. So that's actually good timing for that because I'm in a battle. So if I can finish this battle, it'll give me 2x.
And you can see Deadpool's eyes are now blinking at kind of a regular rate. The 2x is blinking down at the bottom to indicate that it's running. So every shot that you make is doubled right now.
Double the damage. Alright, I'm going to need to do one more.
No, you've got him, but
I failed. Alright, so one thing I also did there was I lit all the boom letters. So if you hit the boom button, which is the action button on the lockdown bar, it'll do, it'll spot you the most valuable shot on the playfield. So
other than defeating a villain.
Right. So in that case, it gave me more damage to Saber-Tooth. I had 2x running, so I really wanted to do that. So let's do this regular skill shot again, see if we can get the ball in there. And you can't change those lights once you pick one. You really got to know where you're shooting for it.
You have quest lit at the moment. If you
let's try to do a quest.
Sweet.
Alright, so between the 2 quests, if I had to pick one, I'd like to start with the T-Rex mode. So let's take a look at that.
Lives are at stake. Yeah, the lives of everyone who gets in my way.
Yeah, T-Rex's main shots are shoot any of the lit shots and then shoot the little Deadpool for some bonus.
So that's 2 balls locked. We might be able to see a multi-ball here.
Super annoying.
Yeah, it's hit a shot and then collect the hurry up on the little Deadpool. You can also hit multiple shots and that makes that hurry up a little bit more valuable. It's generally a good idea to just hit a shot, hit the little Deadpool, and bounce back and forth.
Yeah, want to get the ball under control.
There's Ninja Multi-Ball.
Cool. So
in T-Rex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stack them together, Ninja Multi-Ball. All the shots are lit for jackpots. The super jackpot is the S ramp. Hopefully we'll
T-Rex
complete the
completed
T-Rex.
at the moment.
I have to hit it in scoop.
Yeah. You can continue to play T-Rex for a bit if you don't complete it, but the animation is done.
Kind of neat. The story of this game is, I guess, Deadpool and Cable are going around trying to get DNA for Mr. Sinister. I don't quite know what's going on there, but I don't know. Somebody can tell us the story of this game.
Harry is just like Katana-rama.
Yep.
So all of those ramps, similar to Payback Time, it's going to give him the increasing amount of points for each of those. And so starting off at about $1 million a shot.
Because we had a lot of stuff lit.
Yeah. And for every one of those ramp shots or the orbit shots you hit, it gives you a significant bonus to the next one.
So, see, it's another...
There you go, 2 3/4.
The pop bumpers generate ninjas on the playfield. They turn certain shots purple, and that adds to your end-of-ball bonus. So, if you see purple shots around the playfield, go for them. Right now, I'm just getting nice shots, nice points for hitting these 2 shots or these 2 shots.
Yeah, that's a really valuable Katana-Rama right now.
Alright,
you also
started another little Deadpool mode. Oh no, we didn't even do the multi-ball.
Hey, you haven't played Little Deadpool Multi-Ball yet.
Alright.
Little Deadpool Multi-Ball starts by locking the Deadpool ball.
Yeah, there's a countdown there. And what I'd like to do is bring a battle into this.
Yeah, you only have a couple seconds to start them up.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's just going to release it.
Yeah. Okay. So, little Deadpool, the object is to hit the little Deadpool stand-up target about 6 times, and that'll bring it to stage 2. We'll talk about stage 2 if we can get there.
3.
There's also an added ball lip right down at the scoop, but I hit it too late.
However, Mech Suit's ready, so that'll be nice.
Yeah.
You get weapons by hitting combo shots. The combos are very generous in this one, so you can pick up weapons pretty quickly. And then at 45 on the default settings is Mech Suit.
Yeah, we have it set on this machine to double. If you hit combos back to back, it'll double the amount of weapons. That's a setting, and then you collect them at the scoop. So right now that scoop is really valuable for me. The quests are ready, the battles are ready, there's extra ball lit over there. So
as soon as you hit it, it's going to bring you into Mech Suit.
So ready.
Everything rides on that Hell House scoop.
Oh man, and all right.
There we go.
That's always what happens in pinball. You have like one shot that's like worth a lot, and then you never hit it. So this is Mech Suit Multi-Ball. That's another edition that came later on in the lifetime of the machine.
For Mech Suit, it's just shoot a bunch of shots, and then it lights the Hell House scoop for a super jackpot once you hit enough. And then lather, rinse, and repeat.
Yeah, I don't know how this fits into the Mr. Sinister storyline, but I'll take it. It's a Deadpool machine. Doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah, Deadpool gets a mech. The end. That's your story.
And again, that's why I like that this is based on the comic books and not the movie.
You have a super lit.
All right, let's go for it.
Super is the Hell House scoop again.
I'm trying.
They are drifting blissfully away.
Oh man, that should be an add-a-ball.
You do have an add-a-ball, so it gives you your ball back and restarts your ball save. Harry's boom button, I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it on the screen. Usually it glows yellow, it's glowing red.
So I'm gonna hit it right now because the red boom button will give you every shot. Oh man, that's the end of that. I failed to hit that super. Oh no!
And it tilts.
That would have been a lot of points.
A lot of bonus, but you have an extra ball to keep going. So 320 million points is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been great if any of that was the playfield multiplier was going. That would have given me a lot of points. But yeah, we've completed T-Rex, we've completed Saber-Tooth. There's also Mystique, Juggernaut, and the Megalodon. So let's see if we can get another battle going. We'll go for the super skill shot. Nope.
Yeah, the super skill shot requires you to go all the way around, as opposed to most of the shots with that scoop.
Alright, let's see if we can get a battle, because we have a couple of team-ups lit. We have Colossus lit here by shooting that shot twice. We have Domino lit because we shot that shot twice, and Wolverine. So it'd be a really good time now to play Mystique, because Mystique's main shots are the Wolverine shot and the 2 ramps. So let's see if we can get that started. Here we go.
Good.
After Mech Suit Multi-Ball, your next weapon award, if you get up to 100 weapons, it'll give you, oh, that's not Mystique, it'll give you a playfield multiplier for the rest of your game, the entire game, so.
Which is crazy valuable.
Yeah. Alright, so the Juggernaut mode, you gotta hit, for stage 1, you have to hit the dead or pool targets, complete them, and it'll light the rest of the shots to do damage to Juggernaut. I like to do this mode with the little Deadpool mode, little Deadpool Multi-Ball. But we already played it, so we can't hit it back anymore. That was a misplay.
There you go.
Bonus. I want to talk about bonus for a second. So all of the ninjas you collect, all the chimichangas you collect, and all the weapons add up to your bonus. So you can get this to be really high and lucrative at the beginning of a ball, and then you can multiply it by hitting the in lanes up at the top above the bumpers. So we got a high score. Let's put in a mature initials.
There we go.
There we go. And I'm gonna toss it over to Brian, and he's going to show you hopefully some other stuff in the game.
Yeah, I will have a significantly less good game, but we're gonna try. So what Harry didn't get to play Disco Multi-Ball at all. What else didn't we get to play?
Mystique.
We didn't get to play Mystique at all, or Megalodon. So let's try and do all of those.
Berserker Rage, too.
Oh yeah, Berserker Rage. Berserker Rage is hit that center shot a bunch, and it's super easy. As I brick that ramp, be careful bricking that ramp. It will send it straight down into the gutter if you're not careful.
Like I was saying about the ninjas before, because Brian was in the pump bumpers for a bit, that left ramp right now is lit for a ninja kill. And that will be added to your end of ball bonus.
You can also, if I can get this ball to sit where I want it on this flipper, you can easily backhand that ramp.
So Deadpool ghosted that ninja. Nice save there.
There we go. This is just not playing the way I want it to right now. Come on, settle down.
Staying alive. And those ninjas time out, so those shots will go away.
Yeah, with some time. A lot of bricks.
That's alright. You've lit Colossus, so if you start a battle, your next battle will be double the points.
There we go. We will list lazily off that way. I've got about
ready. 29 spins
for disco.
Top left.
The in lanes up at the top, as you just saw, increase your bonus multiplier. So we've got pretty much everybody that I would want except for Wolverine for Mystique. But we're going to do it anyway. And so Mystique starts off, the only shot that's actually really lit for her by default is that center shot to start it. But because I hit the Dazzler shot, I can give a little bit of damage in that way. Yeah, and so hitting Dazzler just does damage to this, and it's relatively safe. There we go. That's
diamonds.
Backhand into that. There we go. There's a Wolverine shot. Mystique should probably take like one or two more.
Another diamond.
So we're gonna get. We're gonna.
All right.
There we go.
He's done. You've started Panorama. You locked the
She's
ball.
not done. I've got one more shot over there. What a jerk. Yeah, without Wolverine, Mystique is a fairly difficult mode to complete. And I would like to get this ball under control so that I can hit this ramp relatively easily, complete Mystique, hit the Hell House scoop about 1,000 times over when I don't need to. And I'm going to drop that, even though she was ready to complete there.
So, in a battle, if you drain in the middle of a battle, it will. Oh, we played two players.
Oh.
You can just drain that out if you want.
Here, we'll see.
If you drain in the middle of a battle, it will not. You have the final shot.
Okay, we'll get rid of this.
To defeat the villain, it will auto defeat the villain, but you won't get the final shot points. If you haven't defeated the villain yet, you have to play that villain's battle again, but they'll leave the life bar where it was when you drain.
Yeah, so I almost would have wanted to have Mystique not have that last shot chipped on her.
Yeah, because now she's auto-completed.
Yeah, but I don't get a significant amount of points. You can see up at the top there, that light is flashing for Berserker Rage, and I'm just going to brick that completely. We'll maybe try and get Berserker Rage. We'll drain this ball out again. And I find that right in lane for just the base skill shots pretty easy to hit.
Yep, and it's a good note that you can't change those lights once you plunge, so you can't say, oh, I meant to pick this other one.
Get out. Get out of here. There we go. We're gone. Alright. Now let's try this.
This one's all yours.
Yeah, with a decent, like a light plunge, it'll bounce right off and drop right in that far lane. Alright, let's try and get Berserker Rage. There we go. And Berserker Rage is...
Shoot the spinners.
Shoot the spinners, but we won't get to do that. Up. As I bump into a thing. and recenter a score camera. There we go. We'll green this out. And then, so what did we miss? We missed Megalodon and Disco.
Megalodon and Disco. I think that's enough for somebody to be dangerous if they go to a tournament.
Yeah. Megalodon, just to go over it real quick, Megalodon will light all of the main arrow shots blue, with one of them flashing red, and you have to go ahead and you have to hit that red arrow. You can hit the blue shots and it'll remove it from the rotation, but you don't get many points off of it. You get the points off of the red, and then it relights everything blue again. You're hunting for a shark. And then the Disco multi-ball is hit that shot a bunch, it gives you a multi-ball, it lights a bunch of lights, and they're all worth a bunch of points.
Now again, that's a distinction between the pro and the premium, because if you're playing a premium, that's going to start disco loops instead of disco multi-ball, because the premium, that left orbit comes and feeds this katana, and it comes right back to your right flipper instead of going around. One of the differences. And then disco multi-ball, you have to hit that shot again and get all those spins again. Completing the 3 main villains, Juggernaut, Mystique, and Saber-Tooth, will light Sauron for a mini wizard mode. It's a Sauron multi-ball. Then you have to complete them again, Juggernaut, Mystique, and Saber-Tooth, but they team up with Sauron and add extra shots that you have to hit to reach a Mr. Sinister multi-ball. It's clone multi-ball. And then if you do Juggernaut, Mystique, Saber-Tooth once, and Megalodon and T-Rex once, there will be the Megalodonculus Rex multi-ball, which is kind of crazy, and that's another wizard mode. And then if you complete the 2 different wizard modes, there's a final major wizard mode. And if you've gotten to that point, you don't need our tutorial at all. You're a pinball expert. But hey, hopefully you've enjoyed this look at Deadpool Pinball. You can come check it out at Level Up Entertainment in the Hamilton Mall in Mays Landing. And come say hi and come see us here. And we'll catch you next time.
Scared.